Hello, my name is Anne and welcome to a special edition of Tobyknits Quilty Fun, and this is the Piazza Cotton Cuts mystery, puzzle mystery, so long. I was going to do this live yesterday, but you know, life got in the way. So we had Tristan, my 2.5-year-old grandson, on Friday night for a sleepover. Well, I did because my husband was working. So I had little Tristan and we had the greatest time. Oh my gosh, I introduced him to Winnie the Pooh. And so we had a lot of that going on, which was a lot of fun. And then, so then we had him Saturday morning when I had planned to do my live. And we took him to Don Don's McDonald's for breakfast and then took him home. By the time we got back, after all of that, visiting and seeing his little sister, my little Evie, who's 7 months old, so I had to have little cuddles with her. By the time we got home, the football match was on. It was like, whoops, sorry, I gotta watch the game. I probably shouldn't have because they played rubbish. Thank you. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I was up to yesterday and totally didn't realize the time until I sat down with a cup of tea later in the evening and thought, oh, I didn't do my video. So you have it today and it's pre-recorded. Although it is actually Sunday. So we are now on clue number 5 of our Piazza, and I'm doing the Valle colorway. Oh, look at that. Of ours. So we're halfway. Are we? No, we're more than halfway now because I think clue 10 is our last clue. So you don't know what a puzzle mystery quilt is? Let me explain. A puzzle mystery quilt is from a company called Cotton Cuts in the US, and I love it for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's a mystery, and I love mysteries. You will all know by now how much I love a mystery. So it's a mystery. But the even cooler part is that the blocks you make up each month over a 10-month span, and month 10 is actually when we put it together with borders and all that kind of stuff. They don't look like a complete block that you would imagine a quilt block would look like. They just don't, because they're actually puzzle pieces. So on clue 10 we get the final instructions for how to put it together, and what clue 10 might tell you is take clue 1A and attach it to C3, or take clue 9B and attach it to 5B. Like, so you're running around picking all your pieces up and trying to put them all together and then sew that together, and then you get to look and see, okay, now what? And then you keep on building this quilt up from all these puzzle pieces you've got. It's a lot of fun because you have no idea where this is going for the 10 months that you're doing this. The other really remarkably amazing part about a Cotton Cuts puzzle mystery quilt is all the pieces come to you every month pre-cut. Yes, pre-cut. You don't have to cut anything. You don't have leftover fabric, nothing. It's amazing. I love it. And they use all different designers from all different areas. The one I'm doing currently, the designer for this one is Michael Miller from Michael Miller Fabrics. It's marine metallics. And these are the 2 finished pieces. I'm gonna show you how I put them all together. Aren't they gorgeous? Little turtles, and it's all shiny, look. And seahorses, shells, fishing nets. So we made 2 of these, which was our clue, what did I say? It was clue 6. We made 2 of them. Now I don't know if they're gonna go like this, if they're gonna go like this, if they're gonna go like this, if we're gonna have another piece in the middle. I have no idea, but they're a lot of fun to make. Now that one is Piazza, and I really am not sure if Piazza is still open because they open them up twice a year. there's a fall one and a spring one, and I'm not sure if there's a summer one, to be honest with you. But they do open them up twice a year, so it's really a good idea to get in and get the colorway that you want. Now, having said that, there is a new one coming. Oh yes, and it's called Village Green, and I have all the information here to tell you about. And it will, let me see, when does it start? Okay, so there are 2 sizes. I always do the small, and then there is the large. And they also have, and I will put the details down below of those actual sizes so that you can see them. If you had looked back on a video I did last year, I think it was, when I did the Olympia, just type Olympia in the thing, you'll see I made that for my dad. I still haven't bound it yet, but it's made. And it's a lot of fun. So you'll see the size for that, because that's a small, which is kind of like a lap size. I think it's like 48 by 60 maybe, something like that. They also are offering now coordinating thread that matches your colorway, 4 spools in coordinating colors for $25, and they typically use Aurifil, I think. There will be extra borders if you want to make it bigger this year than what they're offering you. They also have an oops kit that you can get, which they'll send you fat 8s of the 6 fabrics in your quilts so that you have a bit extra just in case, and that'll be an extra $10. But they are super fun to do. So get signed up as soon as you can. Now, if you use my code ANNVillage, I can think what it was, ANNVillage, you will get a gift in your first package. So make sure you sign up for that. I am doing daffodil because all of the colorways are named after flowers for this Village Green quilt, and I'm doing daffodil, which looks like this. Isn't that gorgeous? And I will also put a link below to where you can go and sign up for them, and it'll give you a choice of which colorways you want. Some of them are already sold out, but I believe it starts in, gosh, I can't even remember now. When does it start? Is it February? I feel like it's end of February, beginning of March, something like that. Anyway, go check it out because it's definitely worth it. It's a lot of fun and it's really good. I did it last year, the year before last, because I was a new quilter. I was a sort of a first-time quilter and I wasn't that sure I knew what I was doing. So for someone who wants to learn to quilt, when all your pieces are put together, are cut up and given to you, and all you have to do is literally take your instructions and join this color, this color, this color, this color. It's really easy. And I do a video tutorial for you too, once a month. So I guess I should stop yappering on about this and let you see the video that I just made of putting it together. Okay, so we are ready to put together our block. We have got our trusty template, which gives us all of the colors and the fabric names, shall we say, so that we know which colors we're going with. On mine, I always write what type of thread and thread color, whether I'm using my metallic 1/4 inch foot or my plastic 1/4 inch foot or some other foot, and what my stitch length is. So I'm just gonna pop my stitch length to 2. So I've got that already. I've got all my pieces here and my instructions. Now, for the sake of making this go a lot faster, I have already made one. So as you will have seen at the beginning of the video, this is what our block is going to look like. So in your case, if you are following along with me, or if you are making this at a later date, you are making 2. So everything you're going to see me do, you're going to do 2 of. But I just wanted to show you what it is. Isn't this absolutely gorgeous, this fabric. It's all, and I love it because the colors, even though the colors change slightly, sometimes it's more orangey than pink, I can tell which one it is because these all have tortoises on them. And the darker red shades have shells. The blue has seahorses. The green has this kind of fishing net stuff. So it's really cool knowing which is which, just even by the color. So I'm going to leave that handy so I can also keep my eye on it. But I've also got my instructions, which tell us, as you can see, that's what they look like. And we need 2. And our pieces. Now, one thing I will mention on my instructions that I was sent, yours might be a little different in your packages. They may have caught this before they sent this to me. In mine, it says a large triangle, a small triangle, and a medium triangle, when in actual fact for the A, we just have a small and a medium. So, but if you just follow the pictures, it's easy enough to figure it out. So the first thing we're going to do is take our B, which is this big piece, and we are going to take 4 of our small medium A's, I will call them, and put them all around the outside. Again, you will be doing this with, I have 4 here, you'll be doing this twice. So let's just move these out the way. And they're going, I always like to lay them out first of all, so I can see how they're going to go and what I need to do. If you hear it clicking, that's my heat was on and it just turned off. And for some reason, my heating system always has this little clicky click sound after. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like, laid out like this. So I am going to first of all do the top one. So I'm just folding it over onto itself, and I'm just going to line it up with the top. And you will see there is a little, it doesn't go all the way because we have the little edges, and that's absolutely fine. Now you can pin them into place as you take it to your sewing machine, or you can clip them. Or sometimes, if you're feeling brave, you can just carry it over. But we're going to stitch 1/4 inch along that line. So I have got a leader and an ender in. I use a leader and an ender because there they are. Sometimes my sewing machine likes to eat the beginning of each of my projects. So I use these little scraps of fabric and I just stick them at the beginning and the end so that it is, I don't know if you can see it if I try to move this. No, it won't let me move it. It is there. So here is this piece, and it's telling us we are going to press it up this way. So I'm just going to give that a quick press that way. And I'll put it back in its little place. And then I'm going to do this one at this end. And turn it upside down like that. And I'm going to turn it that way so it's a bit more easier. And pin. And then I'm going to sew that. And again, this one is going to also go that way. And I give that a press. I keep thinking my iron's on the other side, but it's not, it's here. All right, so now that's how it was. That's how we've got it. So now it's time to put the side ones on. And now you'll find that they line up perfectly with the triangle here, and the straight line. So again, we will pin them. Into place. And give them a quick sew. Just a minute here. That off, cut that off. I'm gonna need a new leader and ender, and I just use scraps. Like this is just a piece of scrap that I've got, and I don't know where my scissors went. I use these. I don't know where my other ones went. This is just some holiday, and I just use these at the start and at the end of my row. And these, because that's how it went this way, these are going to go that way. So it will get pressed like that. So they're facing in. There's always an arrow on your instructions, and that arrow is to show you how to press. So now the last one goes on like this and needs to be pinned. I absolutely love doing these puzzle mysteries. It's like you can come down to your sewing machine, take out your little bag and start sewing immediately. There's no need to cut your fabric or anything. You don't have to, there we go, mess about or do anything. It's great. So much fun. So this one is obviously going to do the same thing and go in this way and get pressed that way. Just following our, just let it sit there for a minute. I don't even know if I'm totally in the frame. I'm really stretching my iron right now. I should have it on the other side of me, but then you wouldn't see what I was doing. So now we have this lovely thing, and we're going to put that to the side for a minute. Like that. And now we need to get our C's, and which are these, in my case, the turtles. And we are going to make 6 altogether, but I've already done 3, so I need to just make, and we need these big A's. And again, I have 3 to make. You'll be making 6 because I've already done them. And they are going to go like this on either side. Move that right out of the way. So that's how they're all going to lay. And then I have 2 left. You'll have 4 left. And that'll be for these 2 pieces, which I have left. You'll have 4 left. And they are going to attach like that. We are, in essence, making a half square triangle. thing. Square, yeah, half square, you know what I mean. So we're gonna sew these up together, so they'll just get put over like that. And sewn, and these will get rolled over and sewn down here. I will roll this one over and sew along that line. Same with this one and this one. So I am going to go and do that right now, and I'll be right back. And here I am back from sewing all these together. This is called chain piecing when you do it all in one go. I really did not think you'd want to sit and just listen to my sewing machine while I did them. It's not like I can talk to you at the same time because you can't hear me. Okay, so these, according to our instructions, will go up this way. So I will press them over and just crease them first. These are all going this way. And these two triangles are going to up to the D. So the D is that way. That's the D. And the same with this one, up to the D. So I will come along now and press it. This is quite a fast block to put together. It's a very nice block, but I feel like there's only 2 of them. So I feel like there might be more at a later date, because that's what they do sometimes with cotton cuts. Instead of giving you a whole pile to do at once, they'll send this block now, and then probably block 8 or 9 will be the same thing all over again. And that could end up being our center, because that would make a really nice, if you had 4 of them beside each other, that would make a nice center for your quilt. Because of course we have no idea what this is going to look like, right? No idea whatsoever. These are all little puzzle pieces in our quilt. So these, we'll leave that till another time. So now we have to put the other wing on, which goes like that. So fold it over, line them up, and sew your 1/4 of an inch along there. Just making sure you're all lined up everywhere. Okay, so those are done and nicely pressed. So now I think we bring everything in together and start to assemble. So we need to take 2 of those, and we need the D on that side. So do I have that in the right place? You can see, yeah. So you can see, I always say that this looks like a little road in the, because it's the same color, but they're meeting in it, like it makes a little road, the way I call it. So we've got 1 of those. You'll have 2, because like I say, you have the 2 of them. And then we need 1 on the other side with the C and the D at the top. The D at the top. No. There, yeah. It took me a minute to get that one right. Good job we're going by pictures and colors, so I could see that there's my little road again there, and the D is at the top, the darker color. So these will go over like this and line up, and I'm going to pin these together. One, this one will go over like this, and we will line those edges up and pin, and we will quickly sew these together. Two, and how are they to be pressed? Let's see. This one is going that way, and this one is going that way. Okay, get the iron over and okie dokie. So we've got those two bits done now. So now we're putting the whole thing together. So let's make sure we've got space. So we need the one with the D at the top, like that. We need our centerpiece like that, with the triangle at the on the angle, like it's a diamond shape. This is going that way with the D at the bottom. And then this little one by itself is to go that way. So now you can see we have a small triangle, a small diamond here, and a larger. Oh, you can see, I didn't know if we put them together like this, but that doesn't make another diamond, does it? Although that does look nice. But I bet you we'll have another piece goes down here. That's one of these later. Okay, so that's what we've got to do. So these are already sewn together. These are sewn together, so I am going to sew these first. So I will line everything up like so. Put some pins in. And so that. So we've got that done, and this is going to go out this way, like that. And so now I can start to sew the top and the bottom together and this end together. The only thing I need to worry about when I'm joining these is this seam and this seam. We need them to match. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the two seams together like that. And pin it. Then I can come to the edge and pin at this edge. And then I can come over here, straighten that up and pin to this side. I just want to make sure that this is lined up, and it still does not look lined up 100% to me. Okay, so we'll sew that. Now, one of the things ooh, that looks rubbish. Ooh, I might have to redo that. Yeah, I'm going to redo that. I tend to sometimes use a unpicker, not just to unpick, as I am doing here. I can't even get in there. When you use a small stitch size like the 2, it can be a little difficult to unpick it. But it will work. Yeah, so what happened here was it got stuck, it got trapped, and it would not, I just want to make sure, it wouldn't go through. So I tend to use a toothpick, an unpicker, and this is a kind of cool one because it actually has a light too. I use this more to push and guide through my so I'll just take my ender off, or leader off, because I'm going to just come in, instead of taking out the whole row, I just took the bit out that was all bunched up, and you can see where it got bunched up here, because these two are actually facing the same way, and they shouldn't be. They should be going in opposite directions to each other, so they would nest and not have that bulk. But for some reason, I didn't do that. So I am going to stick this in underneath, a little ways back from where it got bunched up, and start sewing and help it through. Like that. That's better. There we go. So this goes, wait, was that the top? Yeah, that was the top. So this is going to go up this way to be pressed. I don't typically use steam anymore unless I want to get a crease out, because I feel like it stretches your fabric. So then this last little one with the D at the bottom is going to go there. And as with the other side, oh, look how lovely that point is right on there. We need to match this and this up. So I'm going to turn them over and look. And they're going the same way again. So before I do anything, I'm going to fix this one. I must have put them upside down to each other. And I'm just going to make that one go that way. So that now they will nest into each other. So you see one's going that way and this one's going that way. And they will sit there in each other's little love groove. And it will make it easier to sew these all together. And there will be no fighting and arguing at the hump. So let's just sew this together. Let's get this ready just in case we have an argument with each other. Oh, look at that, lovely. And this one will also go that way. And there it is finished. 1 and 2. Excellent. They came out lovely. Oh, that one looks a little bit like it needs a bit more of an iron. A press. Yeah, that's better. I just love this fabric. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I cannot wait to get next month's and see what that's going to be like, because we're getting so close to the end now. Oh. Okay, I gotta go. Time for a cup of tea. Okay, bye.